Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. We are currently in command of a brigade in this DLC, the Whiskey and Lemons DLC, which basically converts the game to a bit of a role-playing game where you play as one general in this strategic Civil War game. And our general is in command of the 2nd Brigade in the 5th Division of the Army of Northeastern Virginia. We're fighting a battle near Aquia Landing, which is in the general vicinity of Fredericksburg. And we are currently threatening, I think, to break the center of the rebel line. We have troops on the northern flank along the Rappahannock River. There are other troops further to the south, and our own main body is helping to flank roughly a division or so of rebs in the center. We have taken over command of another brigade on this map as well, so we have our brigade, which we are directly responsible for, but then we also have a brigade which I spent prestige to gain control of, so we're effectively a division commander right now. And we've got that 2nd Brigade a little bit further south trying to prevent the Rebs from enveloping us while we break their center. That being said, we're rejoining this battle in the middle of the fight. This was taken from a live stream on my Twitch channel. If you're interested in joining me, you can see those videos over there in their entirety and live. But without further ado, let's jump back into this thing and see how this battle plays out. Two regiments get in the wood line here and hold this brigade at bay. Right, I'm issuing orders to the 17th Mass to retreat before they get shredded. The other brigade that we command is pressing forward also. One of the regiments, the 70th Pennsylvania, is already engaged. Part of the problem is the orders were to engage at medium range. Some of these guys are holding their fire when they could be doing more. But we're pushing in, the AI is engaged, and we're pushing in, and there's a number of enemy regiments that are routing. Is this me over here? Yeah. Lost about 140 men in our units so far. Artillery, two regiments and some artillery. We do have some cover, which hopefully will help. I also wonder if we have the high ground. I'm not sure. Regiments are smaller than ours. There's actually two more regiments backing them up to the rear. All right, boys. Dismount. I want you to fight. You've got Smith's carbines, which should give you an advantage in terms of rate of fire, although the range you engage at is much less. There's a considerable force on our flank here. So we're winning kind of in the center. Either flank is not in great shape. It says all these artillery are firing. I don't know who they're shooting at. It does say they're shooting. Push forward on this flank. Oh shit. 18th New York broke. All they lost was 33 men. Oh wait, this isn't my... Is this my regiment? It is. What do you... Cowards. They get there's enemy artillery right there, but seriously? 16th is doing way more. They're hanging in there and they're in way worse shape. That might be true. I definitely do not have enough facial hair to be a Civil War general. Alright, let's move the 23rd Mass over to help the other regiment, which is already in bad shape. We'll also move the 17th Mass up. Looks like they're breaking too. So far I've had negative 10 prestige for a rout. We've routed 2 enemy regiments for a plus 50 and 252 for casualties inflicted. We're going to move our regiments north to deal with that threat. Fourteenth Pennsylvania's taking a lot of casualties. Let's move our artillery forward now also, the detached guns. Get them into action, get them a bit closer in here so they can support more. I'm gonna leave the 16th Pennsylvania artillery with their 30-pound Parrots. They seem to be doing good work. I see casualty pop-ups saying, you know, you're inflicting heavy losses or whatever. Who's bombarding the 23rd Mass? I see no artillery around here. Looks like the center of this enemy line continues to give way. Right flank is being pushed. Center's being driven back. And then the northern or left flank is, I guess, kind of also being pushed back a little bit. We are dealing with considerably more experienced units. One of ours is elite, 23rd Mass. I'm honestly surprised this cavalry unit's hung in there as long as they have. Alright, how's the victory ticker is moving in our favor. It's already minor. There's a chance we could get a major out of this. We've inflicted considerably more casualties on the enemy than they on us. Basically broken the enemy center, and now we're turning to deal with the left and right flank of the enemy at this point. Brigade we took over, the 3rd Brigade has lost 220 men. Yours truly, we've lost 330 men. We have a high ground advantage here, I believe. Also, the enemy is kind of moving units forward a little bit piecemeal while we've got units all along the line in front supporting. We've also got the 14th Ohio supporting us. There goes the Pennsylvania. They broke. As we expected they would. But the 68th Infantry is holding the line there. Okay. Artillery's still coming up. I will bring the 93rd New York forward. Their morale is back to stable. I assume by the time they get up there, their morale may be better. We'll also put the 18th New York forward as well. Regiments 74, 62, 63. Colonel Stills has been wounded. routed 3 rebel regiments with our units now. You broke the center and found yourself flanked. I mean, that was a tactic Hannibal used, right? At Cannae, he allowed his center to break and then enveloped the enemy with a double envelopment on each side. If you adjust appropriately, it can be fine. If you fail to do that, then yeah, it can be bad. Okay. Get forward, boys. Go seize those guns and get more troops up here to help. 7 casualties inflicted on that volley. Wow. Good volley. Meanwhile, our rallied troops are moving forward to try and re-engage the enemy. I may have moved this brigade, the 18th, a little, or the regiment, a little too early. Morale's only at 40. Hasn't come up yet. Right into the fire. But at least they're in cover. Also getting hit by artillery at pretty close range. They will probably rout here pretty quick. Enemy is trying to pull back. That morale counter's not going quite as well as it was, but the victory counter. But it's still going. I'm gonna go routing. Trying to charge into that arty. My own seized guns. Did I really have to manually turn them to get them to fire? It's strange. It's true. Okay. Colonel Stills is wounded. Jesus, where are you guys going? There's a bunch of rebel regiments down here as well. I don't know if those are the units we already defeated that are withdrawing that way. Okay. All right, boys, keep pushing. We're getting a little low on ammo. Some of that already up. Okay. And it was up to 17% of its force as casualties. Only about 10% of our force. We got to get to 21 to make this a major victory. All right. Knocked out that detachment of artillery. And we are still moving. All right, boys. Give him the bayonet. We're going to charge. This may be foolish, but we're going to charge three regiments downhill into the enemy regiment on the flank. See if we can't break them. We outnumber them like 2-1, so my hope is that that'll lead us to break them. Our ammo's starting to get low, so 29 casualties inflicted. Jeez. All right, we routed them. Did I order my guns down there? Into the fray? Oh no, one of my regiments routed. Probably too tired to keep attacking. All right, we routed them too. Did they surrender? I don't even see that other regiment anymore. Disintegrate? Maybe we destroyed him entirely? And I was in the thick of it. I'm right there, boys. Right there with my lads. I'm spinning around. All right, the objective's down here. Virginia's lost 450 men out of 600. I want you to actually melee those guys. I just want you to engage. Okay, so we've got a couple of regiments over here on the other flank. Enemy is withdrawing, broadly speaking, from this line. It's almost 1700 hours, so it'll be interesting to see if the day ends here. Yeah, Grim, we may take command of a division before too long. Oh, are they going right into melee? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't tell them to do that. Joseph Reynolds, you bastard. I mean, you succeeded, so I guess that's worthwhile. Let's just turn and shoot. I don't actually, I just want you to turn and face your guns at the enemy. Probably. Either way, he drove him back. That man is a firebrand. General Ewell. Oh, that regiment's not under my command. Got it. All right, 3rd Brigade. You advance down here. Meanwhile, my brigade regroup up north. Okay, the enemy's lost over 21% of the force. Oh, they've got to lose 27 for it to be a major defeat. We'll drive on the orange plank road. Probably need some time to rest and refit. Do we take the West Virginia militia under our control, or Morell's division? Got 14,000 boys. Lost about 1,300 men. I've lost that many in my brigade. Not quite. About half that. Ooh, I'm now a number 4. I'm highly experienced. Okay. Charge, boys. Go rout them. Get at them. You got 800 men. They've got like 400, right? 600. Still, major advantage. 200 man advantage. They're more experienced than you, but... Close and melee, boys. Close and melee. I don't... Is this division or brigade part of my actual... regiment part of my actual brigade? Come on, boys. Keep fighting. Rout them. Rout them. Yeah. Now give them a volley as they run off. Also, your experience bar just went up. What's the damage done? They had 600 before the charge. Can I not see? Oh, they didn't lose that many. Alright, so the objective's over here. Somehow their victory meter keeps counting toward victory. Let's bring our artillery up here on this hill to support. All right, so nobody's in combat, so I think we can go ahead and speed things up a bit. I hear no musketry. That may change soon. Looks like the 25th Georgia's coming forward. Okay, so I think all of my routed troops have rallied. Looks like my troops' morale is going back up. Shooting at somebody now. Okay. So I guess we just keep moving along. There's 2 concentrations of enemy troops down here by the objective. It's 1,800 hours, so nightfall soon. Whoa, that was a nice opening volley. 14.5. Guess we've got their flank in the air. Okay. Yeah, I think if this battle goes as a victory, I'll probably promote myself to Brigadier General after this battle. I don't know if we'll take a division over, but I'll at least brevet myself to Brigadier General. Cavalry charge, boys! What are these guys doing over here? Well, it's not my unit, so... Oh, I didn't see the regiment behind him. Well, they routed. All right, boys, charge. '18th New York is charging into the 23rd Georgia, as well as the 31st New York. They're retreating. Keep pressing on, boys. Fix those bayonets. I'm going to be known as the hand-to-hand combat brigadier. All right, we're inflicting horrendous losses on the enemy. Don't know how much he's inflicting on me. Presumably pretty heavily. Some of my units lost resiliency's like gone. Some of my units are routing, but the enemy is routed too. Okay, so we routed 2 more rebels. Our boys continue to advance on the secondary line of rebel positions. Okay, should be nightfall here soon. We'll see how the, why is it back to minor defeat? The enemy's lost 25%, we've lost 12. They're heavily outnumbered. Somehow our morale is lower than theirs? Huh. Okay. Right, how's my brigade doing? That's the end of that phase. The enemy's digging in and entrenchments here. That's great. Any of my boys get more ammo? 17, 17, 17. So it actually looks like some of the brigade or some of the regiments did get a little more ammo. There's several of them were down to like 7, which is good to see. That we got more ammo. We'll issue orders for our brigade to advance. 3rd Brigade also. Rebs might be bringing up some reinforcements from the objective down here. Still counts as a minor defeat. I don't quite get that, but we'll see how this day's fight plays out. multiple enemy entrenchments. Although not all like linked in one line or anything. Okay. Alright, let's go get rid of those skirmishers. A nice little cavalry foray. Okay, so we routed the enemy cavalry and then pulled back. Okay, we'll issue orders to the cavalry to charge this other detachment of skirmishers while they get hit in the flank from formed up volleys. There we go. Set up a nice little fire into the enemy flank. Also, we got 45 points for casualties inflicted on the enemy. Some of our regiments from our other brigade up here, because the enemy line is not ubiquitous. Cavalry routed, but they kind of did their job. Okay. Looks like they might be engaging in a melee. So I'm going to charge forward there. Okay. Back to a victory, and now it says major if the battle were to end now. Alright. Dealing with enemy skirmishers down here in the south by my actual command. Alright, I gotta think the enemy morale is not gonna hold too long. It's getting a little, by the way, the game is getting a little laggy, if it's not obvious. Okay. It's an artillery detachment with no artillery. So if we break the enemy morale here soon, that would be nice. The enemy does have a second line here of even stronger fortifications and men, but their morale is ticking toward problematic, so it is possible we may break them anyway. Alright. Guns are still firing by the looks of it. Engaging with multiple enemy skirmisher detachments. Not really what I want to be fighting with. Okay. Rebels in entrenchments, rebels behind it. We're in the open and entrenchments. All right, boys, keep pushing. Drive them back. Okay, so I'm close. Major victory appears almost over to the right. Almost 30% of the enemy force are casualties at this point. Our casualties should stay well clear. And as casualties get higher on the enemy, the game makes it very clear to you in its descriptions and whatnot that once an army has lost heavy casualties, they're much more likely to break. So might seem like, hey, they're not putting up as much of a fight, and that's true, because generally speaking, their morale is not as good. Right, meanwhile, it has told us we are winning. We've just got to keep our casualties below 21% to make sure that during the pursuit phase, the battle doesn't become a minor victory. Additionally, we also have to make sure that we don't lose, because if a ton of our units get routed in the next hour, it is possible that we could still lose. I am going to speed things up. That's weird, J Street. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. But thanks for being here. All right, so our prestige is almost to 4,000, 1,400 for casualties inflicted, 125 for 6 routes, 60 for 3 units reaching the combat zone, and negative 10 for 1 of our regiments being penalized for routing. The enemy is retreating. We'll just go ahead and fast forward here. I don't need to pursue a broken enemy, do I? We'll get out of the fight in pretty good shape, I think. All fought in a blinding 2-day thunderstorm. All right, our army is victorious near the Battle of Aquia Landing. Started at 9 a.m. on September 16th. One might call it the Battle of Antietam. Historically, that was fought on the 17th. 4,300 rebel infantry became casualties out of 21,000. 75 out of 250 cavalry, and all 30 rebel guns were lost. 6,500 casualties in total out of 23,000. The Federals, ours truly, had 3,400 infantry casualties, 375 cavalry, 61 of 60 or 6 of 61 guns for a total of 4,400. That battle goes down as a great or major victory. It should be good for army morale and national will and all those good things. Colonel Carr becomes a national hero. Colonel Pickett loses face. Glorious victory at Aquia Landing. Let's go zoom in on the forces there engaged. We'll fast forward a little bit until the battle is concluded, and then we'll take a look at our unit. See how the division fared. Oh, really? We're in siege combat? Again? So we won that battle and now we're in another siege. What? There's only 9 men in the siege? Lord. Alright, can I view my division or my troops any other way? Yeah. Alright, let's go take a look at them. So we've got 470 men left in the 16th New York. They're now 3 stars. Their commander is 3 stars as well. He's probably warranting a promotion soon. I don't know if I think I can directly promote anyone under my command. We've also got William Jackson, a 3-star unit. He is less impressive from his fame, initiative, leadership, etc. We've got a 5-star regiment, a crack infantry regiment, the 31st New York. 353 men. 4-star Colonel Joseph Reynolds. I'd promote him, except then I'd probably lose him because I don't think a brigadier can command a regiment. Artillery is a 2-star. 17th Mass is 3. Also, their leader was wounded, so we're going to replace him with... I can't... Oh, wait, we've got... Thomas Stevenson. He's a lieutenant. We're going to brevet him. Lieutenant Colonel. Because we can't have a wounded man in charge of a regiment. Be foolish. And we've got Colonel Thomas Davies, 2 stars. His unit's up to 5. Elite. Elite! Meanwhile, the commander of the unit, truly, is now 5 stars. An old hand. This officer has seen it all and knows how to utilize his knowledge and personal attributes to the fullest to fulfill his task. I'm only 1 star on the fame ladder, but I have fought a number of battles. We've got 3,500 prestige. We could spend 680 of it to become a brigadier general. Would be a little known brigadier general, but could do it. I'm tempted to do it. Plenty of prestige to do it. But I think that'll wait for next time, guys. It's going to be a little of a shorter stream. I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. So we return to streaming after quite a bit of a break. I'm going to try, I always say this, I'm going to try and be more regular with my streaming, but life's been crazy. So that can make it hard sometimes. But in any event, we won the first battle of Equi Landing. We are now in the midst of another battle there against the fort there. And hopefully that'll lead to a drive on Fredericksburg and retaking Richmond. If we take a look at the national morale, the forces, 77 for the Union versus 65 for the Rebs, 86 support versus 36 for the Rebs, 52 morale versus 29 for the Rebs. Confederate morale to break has to be below 25, so we might actually be kind of close to a victory. We have won 21 battles. They've won 29, but they've also lost Richmond. Granted, we lost DC as well. They've retaken Richmond, but I guess we still get the check mark there. Also, we took West Virginia, so I don't know why. Maybe there's segments of West Virginia still in rebel control, but I don't see them, so whatever, I guess. Anyway, guys, we won a major victory. I think that was the first major victory I've actually been a part of so far. And the war is going well, and I think the rebel morale is near to collapse. So we may be wrapping this series up soon, or maybe it'll continue to last. We'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, episode number, 11, I think, of this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Please leave your thoughts down below. And without further ado, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.